Hey guys, what's going on? This is Kevin from fearlessprogression.com, and today I want to talk a bit about making friends, but more about refining your friend group and figuring out what friends actually support you in your personal development. Because one main thing I want to touch on here is that, getting into personal development and, developing that growth mindset and really changing the way that you think to, be able to harness your success in life is something that's a very drastic transition. It's something that, someone can see you maybe 3 months down the road after you've implemented all these changes in your life and you've, read up on all these books from people like Tony Robbins and, listen to all these inspirational videos, maybe attended a couple live events. They'll see you and they see that you're very different. You've changed in your mindset, your mentality, and you can be seen as a completely different person. So obviously, the changes occur very drastically. So, in terms of my situation, I've had many friend groups and different groups of people who I've had to explain what I've been doing to them, telling them about the different goals I'm tackling, telling them about my online business, and it's been challenging because not all of them understand, or of course, not all of them live the same lifestyle or even have that kind of thinking. So, for example, my fraternity, they might eat a lot more unhealthy, and I've been making changes to upgrade my health. So there's obviously some peer pressure involved, or I'm, around them when they're doing unhealthy things, stuff like that, right? And then there's my parents who I've obviously explained, about different things that I'm tackling, different things that I'm doing, and they don't necessarily understand all of it. And it's been a bit of a work in progress to, be able to understand their side and for them to understand mine. So there's that, and of course, friends and negativity. Some people that you may realize you've been friends with in the past are actually a little more negative now. You'll be able to see that they are negative because of all the different principles you're studying and being able to see how they're acting through a personal development lens and see that maybe the way they're acting is not necessarily beneficial to you or may not have a positive influence on how you feel. And of course, there's people who gossip a lot, people who talk about people a lot instead of talking about innovation, ideas, and, growth, of course. So it's just different styles of thinking and different perspectives. And it's important to be able to adjust to that and find people that suit the way you think and the way you choose to live your life, your lifestyle. That's very important. And it's obviously a key component to your social life to be around people who, complement you and fit your interests and stuff, and you'll get along a lot better, obviously, as well. So again, as I mentioned, people have, more of the fixed enjoy life now mindset, and then there's people who are into personal development and have more of the growth, work hard now mindset. So there's a conflict of interest there. Now, the struggle that I've been going through personally, and I imagine a lot of you guys are as well, when you want to become friends with new people and new people that match your new set of interests, is what do you do with your old friends? Your old friend circle. You may have some really, really good friends in that old friend circle, but maybe their lifestyle's a little different from yours. Maybe you've drifted away from the way they are, and now you guys are different in terms of your lifestyle and the way you guys think, but you still respect them as a person. You still enjoy their company here and there. So that's what I want to talk about today, and being able to, still be able to find friends that you can help, develop yourself and become more, grow faster and you achieve your goals with, but also being able to hang on to the right friends that you still want to have around, and do that in a right way that complements both sides. So let's get into this. Now, the first step I want to talk to you guys about is being able to actively seek out new friends that support your goals. A lot of people don't do this. They settle and they stick with their old friends, and then they find that they're not able to succeed and grow and progress because they're not surrounding themselves with the right people. Now, in terms of places you can find some of these people, you can look in public speaking classes. It really depends on your goals, but I'll give you guys some examples here. Public speaking classes, maybe meditation or yoga classes. You can go on meetup.com and you can find different self-improvement and business-related groups and different forums out there as well that exist. And I will add, though, if you have regular hobbies, like art, acting, or sports, or anything like that, that's totally okay. You can still, look for people in those areas. It doesn't have to be formal self-improvement. But I will add that, these are activities where you're still focusing on growth and growing and becoming better at what you're doing and what your craft is. And that's really what I want to emphasize. That's an area where you're growing, as opposed to, let's say, people who, come home and they sit on Netflix or they play a lot of video games. This stuff is okay time to time, but if they're doing this consistently, that's really who they become and what their life is. So that's something you want to get away from. And with these kind of friends that you surround yourself with, these new friends that you make, and who have similar-minded goals as you do, you want to make sure that you spend time with them as much as possible. The time that you devote to your social life, you want to be able to try to assign as much of this time as possible to this new set of friends that you have. Now, again, what do you do if old friends don't fit the mold? You still want to hang on to them, but they don't fit the mold. Now, if you were never really all that close to this particular friend that you're considering, I would say that you can safely distance from them in your life. There's no real loss to you or maybe to them either, because they were probably not as close to you as well. So I would just start to slowly distance yourself from them. But what if they're a really great friend? Now, what I would do to tackle this is I would make sure that you're seeing them regularly, but not necessarily so much that it interferes with your ability to tackle goals. So, if you're coming home every day, and let's say your friend, lives pretty close, and you head down to their house, and you end up playing video games with them every evening because that's what they enjoy, then because you're doing this, you find that you're compromising your own goals. You're taking away time to be able to advance in your areas of life and what you're trying to achieve in your life. So that's where it becomes a bit of an issue, and that's why you want to make sure that you're still seeing these people. But when you see them, you can maybe go out here or there, go to a bar or something like that, but you're not doing that every single day. You still have time to accomplish what you want to accomplish and make progress on your goals. Now, if you notice that, again, they're starting to become a lot more draining, more negative, gossiping a lot about others, you're noticing this more because you're studying personal development, you can be assertive and, really sit down and talk to them, let them know in a strong way that you aren't okay with how they're talking and how they're, discussing. Of course, you're giving your time to them, and you expect that there'll be, a bit of a sign of respect there in terms of what they're talking about, and that you guys will talk about mutually interesting topics. So that's something you want to do. You want to really sit down and, let them know. And if they are a good friend, they'll take what you're saying and consider it and try and make an effort to change that. Now, I will finally emphasize here that you don't want to preach your new views onto other people. You don't want to seem like you're elitist because you're living a life of growth, a life of personal development, and trying to hold yourself to higher standards. And that's something I've been trying to watch, and I feel like I've been coming up short there a little bit lately. I've actually had one person tell me that, maybe I'm, making their life seem less superior or anything like that. And the fact of the matter is, their life is not less superior. They're just living with a different perspective and in a different way, and that's totally okay. And that's totally up to them. So I will emphasize that. And at the same time, though, you can also make an effort to learn more about them. Ask about what they're doing to grow themselves. Maybe they're working on other things related to self-improvement. Maybe they're taking like an MMA class, or maybe they're at the gym regularly trying to work on their body. So talk about that kind of stuff, because that aligns with your views, and that's stuff that they're working on as well, and they're passionate to talk about. Now, another thing here is I wouldn't be scared to hang around people who have more results than you. It's important that when you start the self-improvement journey, you realize that maybe you're down below in terms of your progress, and you're just starting up. You're just getting going. And when you hang around people who have more results than you, you're going to find that you're going to be able to grow faster and achieve much higher results. And you have to understand that all these people who have more results were where they were where you were once. So they used to be at your level, right? They used to have that level of progress, but then they obviously made a lot more progress and grew themselves. So you have to understand that, and that'll make you feel better about the situation. But you also have to understand that you shouldn't be taking from them. Don't come in with a taking mindset to the friendship. Instead, what you can do is offer them value, whatever value you can offer them. So maybe they're very good in one area of life, but maybe another area of life they're not so good at. But maybe you're good at that area that they're not so good at. So therefore, you can add advice and add value to their life in that area, and they can add a value to you in a different area of life. And then it ends up being a value exchange, and that's how friendship works. All friendships are non-formally or informally a value exchange, and being able to offer them value while they offer you value. So that's what I wanted to emphasize today, guys. I hope that this increases your, ability to be able to choose your friends based off how you're living your life, what perspective you're in. If you're in the growth mindset like myself, I'm hoping these tips can help you out a lot. So I will urge you guys to, like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to me for more content like this related to, building your confidence, self-esteem, and, crafting your life for success and happiness. And, leave a comment down below in the description with your positive, negative feedback. And, maybe let me know, what's your life situation in terms of this right now? How are your friends? Are your friends negative? Are they positive? Are they in line with your beliefs? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's get some discussion going. And I will urge you guys to head over to Facebook, like me there. Follow me on Twitter at FearlessProg, FearlessProg. And you can also follow me on Instagram as well. So until next time, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and take care.